Wherever you are, welcome to another of my takes on China. And today is the National Day holiday. I live in Zhongshan. It's a small city which has about 4.5 million people, which makes it larger than any US city except New York and every British city except London. But because it's a holiday, this week the government has done something I can't remember any city in the UK or Australia, maybe America, doing. I've lived in both of those countries and I don't remember this happening. So a few days ago, we had the reopening of our local walking street, and it was a huge event with a lighting show as well as a live performance for anyone who wanted to go down for the evening. I went and it was packed. We have activities and shows happening in many other places too. Chaobian, a small but historical village in Zhongshan, has art classes for kids, agricultural experiences for the family. They get to work on the farms. They also have open fast food snack shops, and the entire village has become a tourist destination with guest houses and everything else. And for this week, they'll have even more activities with live shows, plenty of things for the kids to do. It's all free. I was there a couple of days ago watching the preparations, and I will be there again in a couple of days' time for some of the activities. This is just one of the places that I'm going to be visiting, and this is not all. As I write this, it is National Day. There's a drone show over the Shenzhen-Zhongshan link. That's the world's record-breaking bridge and tunnel that crosses the Pearl River. Once again, it's a free event, and I expect it'll be packed. I'll be there too, but here's what's special about these free events, and here's what I've never seen in any other place that I've lived. There will be free parking spaces because the government is opening all of its office parking lots. And get this, they're also opening government canteens so anyone can go in and get a subsidized meal. For the first time that I can remember, the government, the people we pay our taxes to, has decided that in order to alleviate the challenges of scarce parking and expensive meals for the tourists, many of their local government offices and public institutions as well throughout the provinces have issued notices to enhance their tourist pampering services. This is fantastic. According to an article on Baijiahao, part of Baidu, many netizens have praised this initiative, saying entering a government compound feels easier than entering a friend's residential community. That's how good this is. Now, in the city of Foshan alone, for example, the next 8 days of the October holiday, the Shunde government compound has opened 1,200 parking spaces for citizens, completely free, and tourists to use without booking. Completely free. Additionally, government canteens in all of those places are open to the public, offering affordable meal sets. 20 RMB a meal, that's less than $3, allowing travelers to park with ease, enjoy comfortable dining experience. Honestly, I think this is a tremendous initiative. In Shantou, they've done even better with 157 car parks, allowing for over 17,000 parking spaces, the vast majority of which will be free, but where there is a charge, it'll be subsidized. Meizhou, another city, has opened 3,840 free spaces, including the party school, the national or traditional Chinese medicine hospital, and their local university. Donggan, Chaozhou, and Zhejiang, as well as many other cities, are providing all of this too. So what makes this important is that the biggest gripe most people have of holidays in China, including me, are the issues of scarce parking and expensive meals. Of course, restaurants which open have to pay staff more, so they do sometimes put surcharges on those meals. The government aren't doing that. They're keeping all their meals subsidized during the holidays. There are often what are called pain points for tourists and residents, while people wanting to visit a site have to walk past or wait for ages to walk past huge government parking lots that are empty because the staff are on holiday too. Now all that's just changed. The coordinated efforts of multiple cities in Guangdong to open government compounds and canteens brought this refreshing change. Now, I've heard this question, I'm sure you have too, or maybe you even asked it many times in the West. What am I paying my taxes for? Because almost everything we ask the government to do for us, They charge us a fee for it. That's what makes this initiative in Guangdong really good. Democracy is a huge part of China's governments, and they make great efforts to demonstrate it. However, sometimes it's hard to see. We take a lot for granted, and this is one way of Guangdong's government telling the people that these services really do belong to them and are there for them to use, because car parks in government compounds and public institutions just sit idle during holidays. Opening to the public not only eases urban traffic pressure, it avoids resource wastage, it creates a great feeling of harmony with society. This is the people's government, and now we're seeing people benefit from it in a real and dynamic way. The opening of government canteens extends the scope of resource sharing, allowing public resources to really benefit the people who pay for them. In the West, government compounds are often perceived as walled off and inaccessible, even impregnable. I don't think there's any doubt that this was also true of China in some places, but now, by proactively opening their doors to the public, these institutions are bridging a psychological gap. Citizens parking their cars and or enjoying an affordable meal in a government compound. It's great. It may seem like small gestures, but they signify a shortening of the distance between the government and the people. The government is no longer a distant administrator, but a service provider at hand, making citizens and tourists feel that the government is right there beside them. In due course, we'll see these gestures, which are modest gestures. Maybe we'll even take them for granted. But for now, what I'm seeing is a narrowing of the gap between governance and the governed. They reflect Guangdong's innovative approach, and in the long run, they are sure to benefit even more tourists and residents. I just think it's fantastic, so I thought I'd make a show about it. So I hope you like that idea, and please comment, get back to me, tell me about your experience of what your government is doing in your city when you have a holiday. Usually, my experience, they hike the prices up rather than make everything free. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.